Okay, it's time to review a beer from Harpoon Brewery and Bar. Or I'm sorry, Harpoon Brewery and Beer Hall in Boston, Massachusetts. It's really hard to believe this is the first time I've reviewed a beer from Harpoon. I thought I would at least have reviewed their IPA or their Shipyard Pumpkin Beer or whatever it's called, and I never have gotten around to it. This may actually be the first time I've ever had a Harpoon beer. It just never was a brand that really resonated with me. For whatever reason, I just never really had the ambition to try it. But this time I finally went with one because this is a seasonal release that was just introduced, I believe, this year. It's called Flannel Friday. It is a fall kind of festive beer. It's an American amber / red ale coming into us at 5.7% ABV. A little bit of history of Harpoon, as we always do when I hadn't done a review for a specific brewery. It was started 30 years ago, actually. It started a long time ago, 1986, by a group of friends, Dan Canary, Rich Doyle, and George Ligeti. They were traveling through Europe, which so many of these breweries, they have that kind of story to them. As people go to Europe, they have like this epiphany, and they're going to bring the European beer idea and concept back to the States. In August of 2014, Harpoon became an employee-owned company. There you go. And their most popular beer is the IPA, the Harpoon IPA, which is an English IPA. I don't know if I've ever tried it. I may have, but I couldn't tell you. Let's see what this blurb here on the label says. The malt sweetness balances the hoppy citrus notes in this new amber ale. The sun is bright, but the air is crisp. It's time to add another layer. Fall is here. I'm not wearing flannel, as you can see, but it is a Friday night, so Flannel Friday, at least it's the right day of the week. I got that right. This also says, layer up. There are subtle but unmistakable signs, the first hint of a chill in the air, the first few leaves that start to turn, the first day at the brewery when everyone shows up in flannel. Apparently that happens. That announces, I guess, the arrival of fall. Boston, Massachusetts, and Windsor, Vermont. So they're out of two places. So there you have it. So we're going to pour her into this pint glass, Lancaster Brewing pint glass, which I got some years ago when I got my case of Lancaster Kolsch, which you can find that review on my channel way back there, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a long time. And as we pour it in, we see that very amber pour. Yeah, very amber, nice looking beer, kind of a crisp looking beer. You can kind of see through it a little bit, so it's not too busy, as you can see. 35 IBUs. Let's get some of the aroma notes, but first we got a nice little frothy lacing of about a finger of a head, so good looking beer, definitely. Aroma-wise, for Harpoon, Flannel Friday. Oh, definitely getting a very, very hoppy kind of smell to this. Yeah, very full kind of hops. Kind of smells a little more to me like a pale ale, rather than an American amber. Definitely getting a very hoppy note to this, and citrusy note too, almost like an IPA kind of a smell to this. Interesting. Let's get the taste now. Wow, and that's where the malts come up. I was expecting a very, very hoppy taste, but I'm getting a more malted taste to this beer. Hops are still there. There's a little bit of a bittering quality in the back of the throat, not quite too harsh, but it is there. Does it remind me of fall? I think of more of the darker Belgians and the porters to be more fall-like. I know that's a lot of people's opinion of winter, but I can kind of taste the more malt crispness to be a little fall-like. So I can give them a not a pass, but I can see where they're coming from there. Good taste though to this beer. A little bit heavier than the light summer fare that you'd want. And just a subtle hint of those hops. So I'm going to go ahead and give Harpoon Flannel Friday, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a very good looking beer, very good aroma wise. The taste is good. I think the only thing that knocks it off a little bit for me is probably the fact that I would want the hops to be a little more prevalent. Not too bad, but a little more prevalent. There is a little bit of a bittering quality in the back of the throat, but I thought they could have upped it just a tad to make it really, really a perfect beer. But I really like my first offering from Harpoon, and I'll have to try the other stuff too. So that's 8.5 out of 10 for Harpoon Brewery and Beer Hall's Flannel Friday.